what about the Andrew Tate situation? Because today, Andrew Tate has been indicted by the Romanian government for human trafficking, R-word, and various other charges, along with his brother and 2 unidentified women. They're all still on house arrest, and people will ask a very fair question. There's like a lot of times when we talk about this, I don't take a hardline stance on Andrew Tate because I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he did it. The evidence, like, all we're getting are accusations. We're not getting evidence. So it's fair to ask, like, should you give fair attention to both of these? And I think you should, right? We should be talking about all of these situations. Yep. But the thing about the Andrew Tate one is, it's like, what do you talk about? Because all the information is so muddled and all over the place.
That's the thing. I feel like I'm free Cobra 100%. I made that pretty clear, I believe, even on the show. I think that now it is almost like it's almost like a blessing in disguise, because now they actually have to present evidence. I don't know how the Romanian court system works, but I assume now they're going to have to prove to at least these judges and at least the public that, like, hey, this is our legal system actually has some merit. There's actually evidence required when you get accused of something as serious as a rape or as human trafficking, which is wild to think that's what they're actually accusing him of. I understand. Maybe it was. I've said it from the beginning, if he is really guilty of these things, fine. You know, like, lock him up, sure. But until that evidence is shown to me and proven to me, and it doesn't just seem like this is a coordinated attack by people that have a lot of power and undue power at that, I just am not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it. So until I see it, like, it's free Cobra all day, always. Yeah. So
the charges they're drawing against him also include forming a criminal gang to exploit women. Right. And then Tristan Tate keeps bringing up to steal the money from their TikToks, or as he says, TikToks, because of their accent. And the claims that he seduced women so that they would make pornographic content, and then that was fueled by the webcam business. But everything that I've seen, the webcam business was already dissolved before this time period, which is like 2021, right? And the other question here is, like, what? Does anybody really trust the Romanian government? Andrew Tate himself said, and this is an argument against him, he says, I moved to Romania because I wanted to be able to be somewhere where I'd be able to pay off the right officials.
True.
And then you have to wonder, like, in a world where they don't seem like the governments don't seem to put a whole lot of focus on trafficking, why are they suddenly putting all the focus on this one person who seems to be running a message that's contrary to what that society and the mainstream media are pushing these days?
We got a $20 super chat from Mason Hack. Says, have you seen the trailer for the One Piece live action? It'll come out in August and looks promising. Also, Oshi no Ko is an amazing anime.
I saw the trailer. I mean, I didn't watch the original, so I have nothing to compare it to, but it looked very uninspired to me. But all Netflix stuff looks uninspired to me.
It does.
These days. Yeah. Like, it doesn't really stick with me in any way.
You know, like the magic for, like, just, I don't want to get too into the conversation, but for, like, live action, some of the magic that they're trying to do all these remakes is the fact that it wasn't live action. You know, with these
well, that's what Mary was saying yesterday.
Movies.
Like, that was kind of beautiful, right? Like, it didn't need to always translate to live action. I have a theory that a lot of it is, like, live action is perceived as more used to be perceived as more legitimate than cartoon anime or comics back in the day. But now what we're learning is that the
a good story
animated
is a good story.
Animated is actually probably more legitimate, but just doesn't draw the audience that they're looking for.
It's so difficult to make something like Akira, which is made in like 88, I believe, and then released in 89. That is it's an incredible movie too. You can still watch it today and it still holds up in my opinion. And I'm still really sour about the live action take on Cowboy Bebop. That, like, it was just such an annoying thing, and people were actually like, this is when I was still living in Hollywood, people were still trying to tell me, oh, like, have you seen it yet? It's like, dude, I'm not gonna watch that. Like, why are we friends again? Can you remind me? I'm just not excited for this. And yeah, I don't know, who knows? I wonder if they'll make every single filler episode of One Piece. Who knows?
Is there any of them, like, has there ever been a live action one that you felt that did the justice to the anime?
The Avatar.
Oh no.
The Last Airbender?
What? Yeah.
No, the Goku. The Goku it was
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Yeah. that
was
Goku
great.
was great, right? He totally looked exactly like Goku, right? Yeah, 100%.
Perfect. Everyone loves that one, right?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a good question. I have to look through all the ones that have been made.
So how do you guys, like, does the Andrew Tate conversation come up to you guys much at all, like, outside of, it seems like one of those things that seems terminally online. Yes. Like, I'm not talking about Andrew Tate in the real world with very many people, but it almost seems like it's designed to be, like, some type of weird amalgamation of information that's so impossible to decipher that you can't actually take a strong stance on it without being willing to admit that you're just acting on faith. Like, if you think he's 100% guilty, you're acting on faith that this person who has a demeanor you don't like lives up to the ideals that you're impressing upon him. Like, that you're kind of imprinting upon him your own negative connotation of him, and you're just praying that that's actually what he's like. And the people that are saying he's 100% innocent are also in many ways doing the same, because there's such little information out there.
Yeah.
Like, does that feel accurate?
Yeah. I didn't even know that much about the Tates before this whole Romanian authorities thing started happening. I really don't care that much now.
The Tate stuff is like, I didn't hear anything about it in my real life. It wasn't until people on social media started screaming about him. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. I did know about Andrew Tate because I watched Your Mom's House, the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And they covered him, and I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, I'm not taking this guy serious, whatever. And then...
My favorite is the one when he talks about Spider-Man being a pussy.
Yeah, so funny.
He's like, now you're spider dork. It's incredible.
That's funny.
So it says, so Tristan Tate tweeted, he says, they've finished the investigation. He put investigation in quotes. Progress at last. These 15 months have been hell on everybody I care about. If I were the police, I'd have ended the investigation after a week when the two girls were caught bragging about lying and discussing future financial fame and benefits that they would get by doing so. Nonetheless, this file will now finally be in the hands of a judge. Look, did you see, the cultural relevance of this dude cannot be denied. He did a live stream on Rumble last week that reached 432,000 concurrent viewers.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yep.
Like, if you really think about it, like, he's got strong production behind him. This is not just a dude making stuff in his basement. This is a dude with a lot of media being pushed out. So you should be very, very weary of everything you see, both for or against the dude. It's kind of a good, in a lot of ways, he's a good cautionary tale. Like, whether you like the dude or you don't, be very wary of anything he's pushing on you as 100% true, and be very wary of anyone that's telling you something negative about him that they're saying is 100% true, because everyone's got their own skin in the game.
Right.
Also, I wonder if, like, does the deep state and the Matrix, are they different things, or are they the same? Because he says the Matrix. Here in America, they say the deep state. Well, there should be a collab.
I think the Matrix is the broader group, and there's many deep states. So there's only one Matrix.
Yeah, but who is they, though?
I thought you knew.
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
I mean, I was there and I have no idea, dude. I've been wondering for a long time.
Also,
let me know.
Look, it's fair to point out that there's probably a lot of strong political motivations from the Romanian government here too, right? Like, this is a type of case that could...
one of the cam girls who felt wronged or whatever by him, I wonder if her dad is powerful. That's like, I'm trying to make sense of this, because, like, I know how popular Andrew Tate was, but he's still small potatoes. Like, why would a government care about him?
I mean, I don't know about small potatoes. I mean, at a certain point,
definitely,
he was the most searched person in the entire world and the number one influencer in the entire world. It's not really small potatoes, because he's got a strong message that a lot of young men find very, very attractive. And if he tells young men not to go to,
think that's
if he
you'd
tells
see
young
extradition
men,
then.
if he tells young men not to go to war because there's nothing in it for you, governments might find that to be something that they don't want promulgating and getting pushed out there. That's just tinfoil hat, right?
Sure, but
like,
if he was being sent to, like, the UK or the US after he got arrested, I'd say maybe. But the fact that Romania is just doing its own thing, it's just very weird to me. Like, I don't know what's in it for them unless someone's...
Well, I mean, think about the asset seizure. Like, they have all those cars, they have a bunch of money.
That could be, yeah.
That's what
do they have all the Bugattis?
Maybe
they
whoever's
have his Bugatti. They have a lot of things, and I think that for me, I was also wondering what the
it's just a couple $100 million payday.
Yeah, and it's not like we haven't seen pressure from I guess our local national government on other countries' governments to do things in the past. You know, it's like we haven't seen that before. It's definitely not been a thing, right? So. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's pushing behind it, but, you know, all in all, I still think, again, I don't like the precedent it sets. I don't want to be in a situation where, like, you know, especially as someone that's lived in many countries and I was a foreigner here and am now American, like, I don't think you should be charged without any evidence of the crime. And if you're going to be charged, you shouldn't be put on house arrest for. I know it's a different system, but there needs to be evidence, especially the people that are like the victims are staying anonymous or not giving out any information to say, like, it's like we should, for anybody that's getting accused of this, for anybody, be like, that's not cool. we should be against it. If you're against it, it doesn't matter if you like the guy or don't like the guy. You can love him or hate him. That's fine. Yeah. But it's this precedent that it's setting to say, like, we can just put someone in jail and destroy their life because, oh, well, we just wanted to. Oh, we found evidence. Trust me, bro.
And I think that's that all sides are kind of guilty of that. Like, everyone's willing to look the other way when it goes against somebody that they don't like, right? Like, they're always willing to just say, oh, I guess they had it coming to them because you don't like them. And again, this dude could be 110% guilty, and then we'll find out later that he did all of these things.
Right.
I don't know how you become extremely wealthy off of taking 50-50 split from people on TikTok. But
that's what doesn't make
the charges are just all over the place.
That's what doesn't make sense to me is where the mass amount of wealth that he has. Like, I know he's popular, but he's got like FU money.
Hustlers University.
Like,
I said, you know what I'm gonna do? One day, I'm signing up for Hustlers University. I'm signing up for PragerU. I'm signing up. Who else has got a college I can sign up for?
Right. Trump University.
Trump. Is that a thing?
Oh no, I think it was.
Was that a thing?
It used to be.
Trump University was a thing. Holy crap!
I remember getting told that because it went bankrupt that he was bad.
Does he have dance classes where he teaches you how to do the Donald Trump dance? Where his arms never, where he raptors the arms.
Every graduation. Yep.
But I mean, there's other ways you can invest your money. Like this, someone in the chat mentioned he's a kickboxing champion, like 2-time world champion. Like, he's got other endorsements. He's definitely okay. I don't know how he made his money and everything like that, but at the same time, like,
and that could be it too. It could have been nothing with the girls. It could be like, yo, we don't know where this guy got this money. He's connected to a few different countries. It could be a very secret hush hush investigation under the guise of, he's a womanizer. We're going to get him for that. You know, maybe he's doing some nefarious things with money, and I don't know.
But it's just weird that, like, his videos had been around for years, and then nobody had a strong opinion either way about him until he came out and said something about the war and Greta Thunberg. Yeah. It was like, now you're mad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He also had a really funny take on Meghan Markle. His advice stuff I don't care about. It's his hilarious takes on random things in pop culture, like Spider-Man, that I find utterly hilarious.
He's a funny dude.
Or him talking about how, like, Fitbits are for losers. Yeah. like that stuff makes me laugh. Like, I'm never gonna go look the dude up, but if the clips end up invading my timeline, then so be it.
Well, they made him more popular when they tried to, like, ban him. Like, I think it was around.
So it was Alex Jones effect in a lot of
essentially.
Like,
yeah. And at the same time, like, I just don't like that, you know, as someone, especially in quote unquote this new media world, like, I'm gonna push against this because the precedent. I vote and I make decisions based on, like, the morals that I have, not just because I like or don't like someone. Again, just to restate it, because, like, everyone gets twisted, like, why if he's guilty, like, you know, lock him up. Bad dude. No, I don't want him to be popular.
They're mentioning that, like, the method he would use for seducing women is called the lover boy method, and then they're talking about how do you do that to a grown woman, because I thought Wyatt Derp says, I thought women matured faster than men.
Right.
At least that's what I've always been told. Look, I don't know, and it's 110% possible that I'm completely wrong about all this. I also remember somebody telling me, and I don't know if this is true, that his dad was in the CIA or something like that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
I think he was like a linguist.
That's amazing.
I believe he was like a linguist. He's also was like a grandmaster in playing chess.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, people call him stupid, but it's like he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in at all if he was a fool of any kind, you know. So I mean, I'm not going to say that, but
so we'll see where it goes. We'll continue to follow it. Ian Miles Chong says the charges against Andrew and Tristan Tate don't make much sense. Kidnapping half a dozen women to force them to make TikTok videos for millions of dollars. That sounds so made up, it's not even funny. We'll have to wait. Like, I don't know if they will end up making the full list of charges and dates available once the court hearings proceed, right? Like, I'd like to be able to see a timeline of all the charges and stuff like that. But it's like, it's almost like it's designed to obfuscate all the information. Like, it's all designed to be hard to follow and understand. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.